Okay guys, so we have our ribeye here. I think this is about an inch and a bit thick. It's just come out the fridge. Smells good. Could do with a little bit more fat around the edges, I think. It's been trimmed quite a bit. Fat adds flavor. First things first, we need to season it. I do it right in here, in the main thing, in the plastic container. Get some lovely sea salt, whack that over there, season it generously, tap the seasoning in, then because this has got a nice thickness on it, so I'll just go around the edges slightly, and the rest get on the other side, so you could take that seasoning in there, rub it in. I actually did put quite a bit of seasoning on one side, so it might be a bit salty on one side. Sorry about that. I'm actually laughing my head off right now as that happened. So anyway, let this thing settle a little bit. Some people add pepper, some people don't add pepper at this stage. Basically say that the pepper burns as you cook it, so it's best to add it after. But if you did add the pepper now, what you actually also get is a crust because of the burntness. But you know, not being burnt, you gotta just sort of like, I mean, pepper's really easy to burn, but you definitely don't get that flavor, you get that crust. I think so, anyway. I think it adds a little bit of flair to it. So, now, the gerb is to make it, we just gotta let it wait. I will add some pepper though, after mentioning all of that. Gotta add some pepper, decent coat. Some of these, it's not too much. This side, nice coverage. Pat down, soak up the rest. Seasoning, and boom. Steak is very well seasoned everywhere, you know, because we're basically gonna cook, start off with one edge, move on to the next edge, move on to the next edge. Now, the reason why is because it's got that fat. So if it had more fat, you could put fat side down first, let the fat render, and you automatically get some cooking oil, you know, so you can cook the steak in the fat if you want, you know, but you just got to render it down. That is good to go. Next step, whilst we're waiting for that, it's probably been like 4 minutes now. Feels like 4 minutes, it's probably been like 2 minutes. Oils, I like to go with box standard olive oil, or if you've got other oils like what's that, like vegetable oil. Better yet, what we're going to be predominantly using is Kerrygold butter. Grass-fed cows, super important. Butter is what makes it takes it to the next level. You absolutely can't miss out on that. Then a few things that I think elevates this steak is some basic chilies, medium heat apparently. You only need one, so I usually, and I'll show you what I do with it. It just changes the flavor. It gives it. I'll just whack it in there for now. One chili, thyme, doesn't have to be British. It's so fragrant. It honestly, this is what, if I would have steak with any herb on it, it would only be thyme. It's great. It makes a nice popping noise. Smells great. Changes the flavor. It's great. We're going to use that. And rosemary, of course. I'm not really sure. Not really sure about rosemary. Everyone adds it. I think I just add it because other people add it. But I also think, yeah, it does add some kind of flair to it, but rosemary is such a subtle flavor compared to thyme. Maybe I just add loads of thyme so I can't taste the rosemary. No, I don't know. But we'll add some of that because that's just convention. What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, the pan. I chose this pan because, as you could see, not that the pan size matters too much, but I think it does. Steak fits in perfectly well in the pan. And this pan, because we've got to get at such a high temperature, it comes up to temperature quickly. Most importantly, it'll come down in temperature quickly as well, so you can control the heat on and off in case things get a bit wild. Oh yeah, of course. How could I forget? Garlic. We're definitely going to add some garlic in there. Can't miss out on that. I usually add, might as well open it now. One. So maybe a couple in there. Yeah. And yeah, to not let the garlic burn or whatever. Well, because you don't want the garlic to burn, otherwise it'll just taste of burnt garlic, and burnt garlic flavor is very, very prominent. Crush. It gets broken up like that. That's perfect. I leave the skin on. I don't know why. Crush. Boom. These bad boys are ready to go. Put it in there. Now, actually, to be fair, there is one trick I do like to use with an additional garlic. If you want to add like this garlic flair to it, take one more garlic. And with this one, I thought I had like a garlic crusher somewhere, you know, but that's not fully required. What all we need is a chopping board. Just need a chopping board real quick. Get this garlic. If you did crush it, it's way easier, to be fair. Crush the shit out of it. Yeah, take all this garlic shit off. Knife. I'm just gonna mince the garlic. Really thin. Like super thin. We're not there yet. Because at the end, what I like to do is to just put some of this garlic on top and baste it on top of the steak. Honestly, like with the other garlic in there, plus with this going on top, that's like, you don't forget the garlic there. It's not too heavy, but it's just right. You see this? As this goes on, it'll just go golden brown, and yeah, that's kind of the color we want. Okay. Do you know what? I'm not sure if it's been 10 minutes yet, but let's start cooking this thing. So, where's this butter? What have we got here? Unsalted. Nah, we never use unsalted stuff. That's like going vegan. I don't use that knife. Butter size I generally use. Boom. Might seem like a lot, actually isn't. Don't be scared of butter. It's your friend. Okay, the other task. Make sure all the doors are closed around the house because it's about to get fucking crazy. But keep the door that has your exhaust, you know, like where, well, I don't really have an exhaust. I keep my back door open because the exhaust is not powerful enough for this kind of stuff. Okay. So, that feels nice and hot. It's getting hot. It's not hot enough. Do you know what? As you start working on this, you'll one day start to be able to tell, like, you know, is your hand getting cooked? At that point, you know, it's kind of there. Oh yeah. Whilst we're cooking, it'll probably get a bit like heated, so I like to keep something. If you've got some time, you can keep a few of them ready. Sometimes, you know, I just wing it, and then shit gets a bit crazy. So I like, as I said, I like time, so I use a lot. Not that much, maybe a bit more. Maybe I might add some more. See what happens. Now look, the smoke is coming up. That is telling me that is almost ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna get some oil in there. That's gonna immediately start smoking up. Just that much. Bring the oil up to temperature. You just want it slightly smoky. Yep, still got a little while to go. As soon as the steak goes on, it needs to sear. It needs to be like, you know, that noise needs to come on. That noise. If you're not getting that noise, take it straight off. Pan's not hot enough. Yep, still not hot enough, even though it's smoking. We can probably put some oil around the edges as well. Just get the pan seasoned as well. Nearly there. Yeah, it's getting there now. So with this steak, I'm probably going to cook it for 2 minutes each side. Maybe slightly longer towards the end. Maybe I might add another 30 seconds on. Okay, I think that's good to go now. We can test it because we're going to render the fat down. We can do fat side down. There you go. That's a noise. And yes, you know, like sometimes you can use tongs, but I'm just using my hands. Start with that. Leave it. Beautiful. And you can smell it all happen now. See? Look at that. Lovely scene. Yeah, and pressing it down, you know, gives it that even cook on each side. And look, beautiful. See this side? That's going to stay crispy now, and it'll get better. Oh, I'm going to turn on the light. I always forget I have that feature. Okay, I think we're nearly ready to go. Oh yes, the only tool you need. Look, it's even ready. It even did it itself. Now I like to put the steak fat side up on the top of the pan, and then Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. Now I have to talk to that bitch.
Good morning, Ferdy. 2 minutes, starting now.
Get that in there. Get that over there. This goes in here. This, I just crack it in half and put it in, and then just with that side, just sort of get all of these guys cooked in a little bit. And look, I'm not letting the butter burn even though the pan is really, really hot. Now, it's time to baste. And yeah, it's gonna spit at you, the time will spit at you. And now what? I'm tilting the pan this side because I'm got the fire facing this. And look, now the butter is slowly starting to cook. And we'll just keep doing this for the whole 2 minutes to an extent. Sometimes I also like lift it up, give the underneath a little bit of light. And look, the top bit is already browning with the heat of the butter. Then what I like to do is to give it a nice even cook all over. Just tilt it on this side. Move it back. And you see nothing's getting burnt, everything's just being cooked. Sometimes I like to move this around because where I'm basting, because sometimes it lands straight on the lands straight on the. I did not expect that. You do have to kind of watch out when you're working with these sort of oils like this. That shit can happen. Okay, Alexa, stop. That's too much. Alexa, stop. Now we'll move that to the side. If you're using tongs, it's way easier this part, but I don't like to use tongs that much. Get that done. Boom. Look at that crust, you know, that's crust is built up. Okay, Alexa, set timer for 2.5 minutes. I'll do 2.5 minutes this time.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now.
So the pan is cooled down slightly, so I wanna give that side a little bit more of a crust. Now we load on the next bit of butter. Maybe I'll do half. It's just that, you know, they both need to be treated equally. The sides. I'm going to top that off with some garlic. And we don't want the left butter to burn, so I like to put it on top of there and let all the flavors like slowly infuse. Yeah, this bit can be a bit skits, but that's okay. I'm just gonna, I've burnt myself a few times doing this, but it's good. Right. Flipping some oil around. And boom, you know, that's all it requires. It's not very much. Wait for that now. I want to get rid of this. "45 seconds to go." And move this all to the side here. Get rid of this. I should be working on acumen logs, not making random videos like this. That's okay. 30 seconds. You know what, I'm going to take it off. Oh, it's pretty tender. Hope it tastes okay. Alexa, stop. Only need a spoon. Okay, that's it. Now we let it rest. We let it rest for maybe 8 minutes. So Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes. The steak is still cooking. This is the most important part.
Now.
If you miss the resting part, I sometimes can't wait. I sometimes just like eat the edges off. Which in fact, I'm gonna try that right now. Let's see how good it is. Oh, Willow's here to join us. Come on, Pops. Oh shit. Forks. I'll use this. Let's try this thing out. Let's see. See if it's any good. That's sort of what the cook looks like so far. You know, 4 minutes each side. Oh, 2 minutes each side. Mmm. Mmm. It's not bad. Also not the best. I wanted more chili flavor. I think this cheese is shit. Yeah, so we let it rest now. And what did I say? 8 minutes? 8 minutes later, yeah, we'll have some food. That gives you. Oh, is it 4 minutes? I can't remember. Oh, it is 8 minutes. I was hoping it was 4. Get rid of all of this stuff. Take this shit off here. Yeah. Don't really know what else to say. Yeah, you see. Not sure if you can see it, but there's some. Oh wait, I can move it down. A little bit of bloody bits, like just sort of like falling off it, which is great. That's sort of what it looks like on this side. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad indeed.